Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another artist coaching video or podcast. If you're a fan of the podcast, if you're a listener, thanks for checking out the podcast. Welcome back. Today I want to address something that I noticed a lot of my clients are struggling with, and I saw it coming back in the artist coaching community a few times as well. I'm talking about being consistent online. Why would you even be consistent online? Why do you have to post every day? What's the reason behind it? And what should you post, that's also a big problem people are struggling with. So being consistent online. Okay, first let's take it back a few years. Let's go to regular companies, as I like to call it. You have the music industry, artists who are companies as well, but let's just go over to the regular companies, which are Coca-Cola, McDonald's, all those kind of companies. If you're driving on a highway and you have a look at your left, you see these big kind of billboards hanging in there, which cost millions of dollars, and it's like brands like Coca-Cola and McDonald's putting in their advertisements on there. Why do you think those companies spend so much money getting their brand on that thing? It's because they want exposure. They want people to see their brand. They want people to experience their brand all day long. And before the internet, that was the only reason to achieve that goal, to make sure people saw the brand of Coca-Cola and that people saw the brand of McDonald's even while they weren't watching TV. They saw it while driving as well. They saw the red billboard of Coca-Cola. They saw the big yellow M of McDonald's. So it's all, it already happened in all those years back. Now let's take it to 2018, where we have Facebook, Instagram, we have the internet. How does that work right now? You can actually show people your brand all day long by posting online, by showing people what you're doing, and to just build a brand and being consistent. So the thing that, I'm not sure how it works in your country, but if I take a drive from here, from Tilburg, the south of Netherlands, to Amsterdam, it's an hour and a half drive, I at least see 5 McDonald's aside from the highway with the big yellow M, and I see a lot of advertising from McDonald's. Now, that's consistency, but that's offline. Now take it online. Every time I go online, so not the highway, I don't get into the car, I go online. Every time I go online and I open up my Facebook wall, I see different posts. And if you're being consistent, I see your content coming by every day. I see what you're doing, I see your brand name, your artist name, I see your content, so I know what you're actually doing at that moment. And you're being recognizable, like I see your face a lot of times. If you see someone for just one time, you don't recognize their face. But if you see them 10 times in a week, you might end up recognizing them because you've seen them before. It's actually the same thing with radio, like why do you think a lot of tracks on the radio become so popular? Because it's a matter of repetition. It's just being consistent. That track gets played 10 times a day on the same radio station, so people hear it 10 times a day. So that the same thing happens with your content online. If people see 10 things of you coming by on one day, they will recognize it, they will notice you, you will be on top of mind with them. And what you can do while you're being consistent is building a brand. So aside from the fact that you're visual, that people see you, that people see your brand name, your artist name, you can tell them who you are as a brand. You can show people what you do by posting photos, posting videos. And by that, you're actually creating a brand. And you allow people to make a decision if they're interested and if they want to follow you, yes or no. And if they want to join you on your journey towards your end goal, whatever that may be. But consistency is all about being visual all day long and being out there. People have to know that you're there, because if people can't find you, if people don't know where you are, they will never find you. And if you just end up in their front screen on the Facebook page, they just didn't ask for it, but they still know what you're actually doing. One of the things that I always take as an example for all the people who are following me on social media, I always ask people, what's the main thing you see on my Instagram stories? If I ask you a question, what's my favorite dish? Most of the people end up saying barbecue, because that's the only thing I post. I barbecue almost every day. That's the thing I love to do, and that's the thing I show. So consistency makes sure that people recognize what you're doing. They actually start believing your brand. To me, my brand, part of the brand, is that I love barbecuing. So that's what I show every day. Okay, so aside from building the brand, you're also on top of mind with those people. So they always know what you're doing, what you're working on, with who you are collaborating, where you are playing on the world, at which stage your career is. They are actually joining you on your tour, on your journey towards your end goal. And that's really important to build a brand. So make sure you're being consistent every day by posting content every day, as much possible, as value as possible. Another thing that might happen, which is an extra effect of being consistent in my opinion, but one of the most important things, which I really believe in, is every time you put out something online, or offline, but let's just keep it online. Every time you put something out online, it could be a photo, could be a video, could be your new release, could be a bootleg, a podcast, an interview with a blog, doesn't really matter. Anything that is related to you as an artist could create opportunities. So let's say you've done an interview with a blog, and that interview ends up on the page of the blog, which has 1,000 followers. Those 1,000 followers didn't know you before that interview. Now they've read that interview, they might be interested in you. And you know what? One of those 1,000 followers could be a booker, could be a manager who's interested in working with you. But you will never find out if you don't do that interview. So what I'm trying to say is, take all the opportunities that come your way, do everything that's possible and in your power to create as much content as possible, as much opportunities as possible. I'm a big believer of creating a lot of opportunities, and I'm really a big believer of making sure you create your dreams. So the more opportunities, the bigger your chances will be to become successful. You're actually creating luck, in my opinion. You're being lucky eventually. So that's what I wanted to tell more about today. I hope this was kind of clear to you. There was something else I wanted to say as well. I'm not sure if everyone who's listening or watching right now knew this, but a few weeks ago I expanded the artist coaching company with a new coach, which was actually Tim from Firebeats. And I'm really excited to have him on the team. But today I have good news, because I've added another new coach on the roster. And it's another big one. He also played at Tomorrowland main stage last week, or at least he didn't, but his partner did, because he's in a DJ duo. If you're curious to find out who the new coach is, aside from Firebeats, head over to my website, artistcoaching.nl, and check who the new coach is. I'm really excited. I hope you guys are as well. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day. Bye.